Hi, I'm Paula from Comfy Baby. Welcome to our video demonstration of how to use a pouch style sling. First of all, you'll take our sling and you'll fold it through the middle so that the bound edges come together. Just ensuring that the Comfy Baby label is facing away from you. Now I'm right-handed, so I'd put my right hand through and up and over my head. Just where the Comfy Baby label is, you'll actually see there's a seam. If you can just draw that around to the centre of your body, that's the correct position for then placing your child in. Pouch style slings are wonderful because it is the true system of giving you a hands-free, full support for baby where you can actually get on with things. It helps you with bonding with your child during those times that they might be really unsettled and you still need to get on with the daily chores. Once you're in this position, just bring the sling up nice and high at the neck and in under the arms. This will give you maximum opening. All of the pouches are exactly the same size for all of our sizes. Where the sizes vary is the drop of the sling. What we're aiming for is ensuring that the pouch is always sitting, when it's fully on, at your core. The reason for that is that's the best place for us to position the weight of the child and distribute it across your shoulders, your rib cage, back and your core area. Okay, so we're going to show you first of all how to place a baby that's quite small and doesn't yet have the ability to hold their head up. Taking your child, hold them in what we call a football hold, just firmly against your body, up above your breast. Leaning forward, open up the pouch, ensuring you've got the fabric even, and begin placing your baby in. As soon as you have the head in, just begin swapping your hands over and dropping your child through. Now the lower back of your baby is where we want that seam to be positioned. Reason being, we need the bottom just past so that your child is in a more of a lying down position. This will ensure that their airways are open and we have no issues then with that. Okay, now you'll notice the fabric inside gets really baggy. We've put some domes there just to give mums peace of mind. So if you just dome that excess fabric away, it'll feel a lot more secure. There's no way your baby can fall out of the sling. At this position, lift them with your left hand, taking your right hand, just bring that folded fabric down over your shoulder and do what we call capping. And then draw it down under your rib cage. Now your baby will be firmly wrapped against your body. You should always be able to see your baby's face, and you should be able to put 2 fingers between their chin and chest to ensure that their airways are open. As you can see, the child is lying in the correct position. As soon as your baby has some strength in their head and can hold their head up, plus also it becomes more social, which happens very quickly, your child will want to sit up more in the sling and will probably grizzle when you try to put them in the lying down position. So all we do for this is, instead of the baby's lower back coming to the seam, this time you'll be placing your child in so that their bottom sits in that position. And you'll see how much of a difference that makes. Automatically your child is sitting up. Same thing, once your child is in, dragging this down into the cap position and down through your rib cage. Your child then, if they wish, arm out, are just on the side there, nice and firm against you. Now if your child falls asleep, obviously their head is going to go limp. So this is where you can use the capping system to come up and support their head. It's really brilliant, and children love to see what's happening when you're out and about. Now as your child gets bigger and heavier, the other way you can also place them into the sling is onto the hip. We recommend this for when a child is probably around 9 months to 12 months, is able to have more strength in their back. And in this position, what you'll do is you'll swivel the seam in the pouch area right round to your hip. This time, holding your child next to you in a hugging position, you'll pull the sling forward and bring their feet inside, and you'll be bucketing their bottom into that pouch area. One of their legs will go around behind you and their bottom then just gets placed inside the sling. This is a completely different position. What it does is it allows your hips now to give some support to the weight of the child. Still capping this area. This secures it. See how it shortens that length, and just of course keeping your child's face around. And it's a little bit awkward with a wee doll like this, but for a bigger child you'll definitely see how practical that is. Your child's there, they're happy, they're being cuddled, but you're not having to hold them as such. Now also, when they're a lot bigger, You can also actually pop them round onto your back. That's a brilliant way to hold your baby, especially for dads. Your child needs to be strong enough to hold on and be quite aware of itself at that point. Okay, so to take them out, it's just simply working backwards, popping everything up and taking your child out. So the key things that we need you to remember is folding the sling in half. Comfy baby label is always away from you, domes towards you, bringing that seam round to the front, leaning forward, drawing everything up high and opening up the pouch, and baby goes in. The brilliance with the sling too is that it's not a lot of fabric, it's not a lot of tying, etc., and so it's nice and compact to carry in your nappy bag. The other thing too is that when your child is in a sling, I'll actually show you how wonderful it is. For your mums that are breastfeeding, it's important that you're able to continue that process, and if you're out and about and your child's unsettled and ready for a feed, we all know that having to go to the parent room and stop for the feed is a time-consuming job. Your child has been in the sling, now it's feed time. Wearing one of our beautiful feeding tops, all you'll need to do is lift up the sling. As you can see, we have a side zip here. Simply unzip that area, and you'll be able to then open through to the breast area. Now you'll be able to just move your child and roll them towards you, lifting up the flap. You'd be able to feed your baby and still keep them in the sling. It's brilliant. We know of mums who've actually been breastfeeding and still walking around the mall. As soon as your child is asleep and maybe you're at home decided it's time to just pop them back to their cot, don't take them out of the sling. Just leaning forward, lift them through, pop yourself out of it, and into bed they go. They're still nice and warm with that acting like a wee blanket. It's a really brilliant system. If you use it correctly, it's completely safe. We've made some lovely slings in different fabrics, classic colours that anybody can wear and still look great in. So we're really thinking about the mums and how they look in it, but also the super practicality of being able to have a pouch style sling. So if you want hands-free holding, the ability to be able to have your baby close to you and settled, then get one of our beautiful slings. Thanks for watching.